terms of supplier relationships, I think there's a spectrum of suppliers which we need to recognize in our landscape. Most important, the small business environment. FirstRand as a bank obviously enjoys the economic benefits of having lively supplier, small business activity. We are founder members of the South African Supplier Diversity Council, an organization which we actively support. And I think one of the things that's important as an illustration of the South African Supplier Diversity Council is these investments that we have made are initially under the banner of Lead SA. I think we're not necessarily looking for immediate kind of big buck returns. I think you need to have that, the courage of your convictions that it's the right thing to do and it's the right investment to make for the future. So with the SASDC, in fact, one of my former colleagues is now the CEO from De Beers, so that's also exciting to know that guys in the profession. I also brought him into procurement as well. So from a talent point of view, to see him do fantastic things. But with the SASDC, one of the agendas should be an African Supplier Development Council. And it's one of the things that I'm very passionate about, simply because if you look at commercial growth or economic growth into Africa is the direction. And the funding by the US needs to then find its way, like our company, like FirstRand, for example. We've got aspiration and ambitions and presence already into Africa. So with the SASDC, we are certainly wanting to deal with small business suppliers, specifically black-owned and women-owned. As FirstRand, we've got a deliberate strategy around those two areas of our procurement. Beyond the supplier development, there's the supplier relationship management, which we spoke about earlier on. Recently at the SIPS Awards, FMB did the group very proud in winning an award for supplier development related to some of the work they've done in the courier space, and done in collaboration with the supplier in terms of partnership kind of approach, exploring waste, identifying waste, and jointly removing that. So it's very much part of our landscape to do that. The other thing that I think is very important to link back to the DNA and the values of our organization is the area of innovation. Increasingly, we want to explore and bring more to bear the innovation of our suppliers. We were, as FMB, were awarded last week the world's most innovative bank. Now, it's just not regional, it's the world's most innovative. So in our supplier world, I'm sure there's a lot more that suppliers could learn and bring to the party under that regime, as is consistent with the world over in terms of supply innovation, and there's writings in the motor industry and various industries. So certainly we intend to do a lot more in the procurement space with our suppliers around that.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.